Yes. So 13 points of piercing damage from the first arrow, Ekon. And 8 points from the second.
Maintaining concentration. Maintaining concentration.
And you have now been tagged with the arrow that we all know is terrible. But no, none of them can actually hit Genie from that position because y'all are in the way. So what happens if I try to move through your flaming sphere?
I think it's just if you end your turn adjacent to it.
Okay, well, he's not going to do that. He's going to come up here and start beating this lion to death.
It was a bear.
I had a stat block. I pulled up the stat block for a lion.
Okay.
And then I just, like, doubled all the...
I thought it was like a bear. He was a bear using the stat block for an alligator.
Oh, that's right. I did pull up the stat block for... Because there's a giant alligator in the book, but not a giant lion. Which seems bad. I don't have disadvantage or anything. That's a nat 1. That's a 11 to hit. And then an 18 to hit. With the stinger. So I'm going to sting this lion. This is just me rolling a bunch of dice at myself for a moment, if you'll all just bear with me. Mm-hmm. Poison damage. Constitution saving throw.
I mean, so the sphere has mass, because you can ram it into things. That's an interesting question.
Well, you could roll a big ball of plasma into something, but you could also move through it.
No, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I was talking to myself.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
I was muted.
Sorry. The phrase I always look for in that situation
Occupies the
is,
space,
yes,
yeah.
occupies the space.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
specifically says it occupies the space.
Yeah, no.
Oh, does does it say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah, he can't move through the sphere if it occupies the space.
No, the sphere doesn't. Bigby's does.
So the flaming sphere does not occupy its space.
No, it does not
that's... Anyway, I'm applying a bunch of damage to your lion.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I was muted. I was just reading the spell description and just,
Yeah, as the Bone Devil comes around the corner, tries to get the lion with the claw, Stinger comes across, and the thing roars in pain. And that is... I took all my shots, and I attacked with the big boy. Who's next?
Victor with Edmont.
Victor, you are alone in the room with the big, scary, important-looking sarcophagus.
I am. That's very foreboding. Instead of going up and trying to open this sarcophagus, we're going to do something else. Alright, so we are going to bonus action to get some distance here. To teleport.
Oh no.
Because I forgot the stupid white thingy was coming down this way. Sorry, just reading something real fast. Okay, so I can teleport up to 50 feet. Oh, boink.
Don't do that.
I'm going to acid splash you
You'll
if
be
you teleport
fine.
there.
Boink.
Okay, you can teleport there, that's fine.
Oh, that's right. Also, Gene.
yeah, like I would take acid and start dying again.
That would be really funny. If you got...
It would be.
If you lost this level 17 or whatever character to a level 0 cantrip. Is that it, Victor? Right there?
Yeah. That's okay. We have a Rod of True Resurrection. It's fine.
I don't know that we have the best, like you did job Nodal that one time with an inflict spell.
In level 1, yes. Like, you don't job a level... What? You guys are like 15 or 16, right? Like,
Yeah.
You don't
So
job...
I just did Genie with an inflict spell.
Well,
I
that's
said it was
true.
fucking
You
harm.
did.
Or 14.
Yeah, we're
Does I'm assuming a 15 is not going to hit this guy.
15
so...
does not hit, no.
He goes on the psionic die then. What is 15 plus 8? 23?
That'll hit.
The lion's our ally, right?
Yes.
You call it blind?
Lion.
Oh.
Oh my god, what is that?
Now that is a truly depressing sneak attack roll.
Woo! Look at
That's
that.
almost as bad as mine.
He gets tickled
Oh.
for 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Tickle his brain.
And is Victor moving or staying put?
Knowing that there's guys with arrows, he's gonna stay put.
I mean, they're all going to fire at Evie and Ekon, as long as you stay behind them, most likely. So who's next?
Edmont with Beldross.
Edmont, fix it.
Oh dear. Okay. Scoop up Genie's body.
Okay.
10, 20.
Where are you going?
I think Ekon wants to examine her.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can fix this.
Oh,
Well,
Okay,
he's getting
fine.
away from the arrows.
yeah, that's
Well, you're
that
in
was
the
my
way.
intent.
Well, like, yeah, but as long as Evie stays there, she's in the
Yeah,
way.
he's not gonna stay there.
Yeah, I need to go fight
Just
the big
bamf
thing.
your way into the arrow room and punch the skeletons to death.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Actually, you know what? You're right.
20 feet away from me, there's dim light.
There's dim light in the arrow room too.
15, 25, 30. Yeah, dim light in here.
Now, as you bamf in there, there are indeed
Bonus action.
3 skeletal archers. Also,
Alright,
in addition, the back door of the room has been Kool-Aid manned out from a fireball, and you can see the passage that the Bone Devil must have took to get back around.
Yeah, so I've still got an action, so I can go ahead and swat at this guy.
He is already
I get-
bloodied because fireball happened.
Because fireball. Also, since I teleport behind him, I get to nothing personnel, kid, and roll at advantage. That's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Looking at 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay, it's still standing.
Let's give him another one then. This is an advantage. That awkward part where I started to roll, and then what do? 13 hit. Is a 13 hit.
13 will not hit.
Bummer. Okay, that's the end of Edmont's turn.
Okay, who's next?
Beldross. So I got a claw. Claw hits an 18.
That'll hit. I'm sorry, that will not hit the devil. I was looking at the skeletons.
Got a claw. Claw is a natural 1. Got a bite. Bite'll hit a 27.
That'll hit. And that's the big damage anyway.
Looking at 15. Piercing damage?
Yeah, the bite's piercing. As it clamps down its jaw upon the creature.
That's the end of their turn. We've got Evie with Genie on deck.
Ekon, you're going to take care of Genie?
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action. Let's try the acid poison again. That worked pretty well.
Okay.
So I apply it to my dagger, throw a dagger here. I also allow Victor to throw his attack at the Bone Devil. I got a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, can I ask one thing? Did Bedros, does he have space to move, like, around the creature? Which squares does it actually occupy?
Yeah, he's got... Because there's like
Like,
a...
could I move to here, effectively?
Yeah, that's fine.
To give Orson space? Okay.
26 after Saul's done.
Okay, can you make me a DC 14 Constitution save?
He's good at
See if you
these.
take-
No, he's bad at these.
You failed?
He failed.
Okay, let's see if I roll better this time. Not really. This might actually be worse. It takes 19 points of magical piercing, and God for these poisons, 13 points of acid.
He is bloodied. And then you allow Victor to attack him.
Yes.
Victor got a 26.
That will hit.
I'm counting all this damage as my damage though, so actually I did pretty well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jesus. That's 21.
21 points of damage.
Yeah, psionic damage. I want you dice.
You can
These dice are fired.
there's infinite dice. You can literally delete those ones and get more.
I'm going to. These dice are fired.
You know the average amount of damage that you should be rolling with that number of dice is 28. Right?
I know, and I keep rolling like 1s and 2s.
The devil is bloodied. Evie, moving or staying put?
I'll stay here.
All right, who's next?
Got Genie with Orson.
Jeannie is still unconscious.
Jeannie is dreaming about better days.
Literally
she had
any
blood.
other day.
Any other day when she had blood.
Orson. What is Orson going to do?
20. Orson's going to keep it simple. That's a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Please enjoy 9 points of magical piercing damage. His second attack is a 23 to hit.
Also hits.
That is to enjoy 7 more. Bonus action is that's a 6. So that'd be 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
So the butt misses.
The butt
No butt
misses.
damage. What's wrong with you, Brick Road? What do you got against butts?
I enjoy a good butt from time to time.
That's the end of Orson's turn.
All right, who's next?
Denied the butt.
So Ekon is going to move to here, and as my action, I'd like to make an Arcana check on the poison affecting Genie.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me that roll.
That's a Arcana isn't that high, but it's not bad.
Actually, make this at advantage because you've also seen the effects of the thing firsthand.
Okay. Well, it's still 25.
Okay. It's pretty simple. Taking damage from this particular source has placed a magical effect upon her that reverses healing, essentially. It needs
Do I
to
have
be,
any idea how long it lasts or how to remove it?
should wear off after a short or long rests. You could also remove it with stuff like Dispel Magic, Remove Curse, or any kind of restoration.
Okay.
Actually, restoration probably wouldn't work because it would be healing magic.
Well, that's good because I drained all the restorations out of my staff. So as a bonus action, I will not, in fact, cast Healing Word. I will roll the sphere up on the Bone Devil, so I need a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. What is with these ones? Ugh. It's a 4.
Please be enjoying 8 fire damage.
And that's far
Good
away that it doesn't hurt Beldros.
I think the creature's big enough that that's the case, right?
Yeah, it's taking up 4
occupies more than 2 squares.
And that's it. You have burned the devil to death.
Oh, nice. Let's see. I have 10 feet of movement. I can move it back towards the creatures in there again
Okay.
for the rest of its movement. And then I'm going to good where I am.
Very
We
good.
got white with Victor.
Okay. Edmont, are you dodging?
No. They have melee weapons?
They're going to stab you with their little porcupine arrows.
Oh, that's rude.
Improvise.
You haven't been tagged yet, so... they don't get advantage on you, though, because you can definitely see where they are right now. That's a
Yeah.
nat 1.
Nope.
That's a 10 to hit.
Nope.
That's a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Edmont's 7 points of piercing damage.
Sure.
And according to my notes, that's everybody but Orson. I've got all of you now. Also, you're hemmed in a
Yeah.
little bit. That was
Thanks
all
for the
3
suggestion,
of their
brother.
attacks. I don't have any more devils, so who's next?
Victor with Edmont. You got this.
You were literally a 14th, 13th. Well, no, you're not. You're a 12th level monk, aren't you?
Yeah.
Forgot you lost level, but you're not surrounded. You're in a target-rich environment.
That's true. He's not even
You're
surrounded.
not in there with them. They're in there with you.
Yeah.
I think you could get in there, Victor.
Can I knock this my way through that tiny little hole?
I don't. As long as you can see the other side, isn't that the limiting factor?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you can just.
Roll higher than a 1, I think. For
You-
purposes of your ability.
I mean, even that's still 10 feet.
Yeah.
I can go 100 feet, so.
You only need to go 10 through the arrow loop.
Yoink.
Okay. Yeah, you see Edmont getting stabbed to death by these skeletal archers.
So he'll throw a I'll throw a dagger at the closest one here. Jesus, I want new dice. Does a 13 hit?
No, it does not.
I'm just screw it. We'll use another charge of the sniper eye.
All right.
I 25 points.
All right. He had 1 hit point left.
He rolls the strength of party.
Is that it for Victor?
Yes.
All right. Who's next?
Next up, we've got Edmont with Beldross.
Let's go ahead and lash out at this guy.
Sure.
28 to hit.
That'll hit.
10 points of slashing damage.
That's enough for him. Clatters to the
Crack
ground in
the-
a pile of bones.
Crack the other one.
Can you be the guy right now?
Can I be the guy right now with a 26 to hit? Let's
Sure.
see.
It will.
11 points slashing damage.
Not quite the guy.
Well, I do have a bonus action where I could, vitamin K him.
Sure.
That's a nat one.
Okay. Well,
I am not the guy.
so much for vitamin K. Moving or staying put?
I'm good here.
Who's next?
Beldross.
He's gonna get burned if he goes past there.
Nope. Only if he ends.
There's stairs going down the corner here. Now looking, this actually opens up into a much larger cavern, the details of which I will give you guys once you have more than a split second to look at it.
I think he can dash to here.
See, you can look through the spot where the Bone Devil... Well, no, he didn't break through the wall. You blew the wall up with a fireball.
It blew the wall out.
I think Genie blew the wall out. So we've got Evie with Genie on deck.
Evie, fix it.
Let's see if I can. 10, 15, 30, dash, 5, 40, 45. Can I, from here, can I throw a knife at this guy?
You can throw a knife at Edmont from there.
Oh, so there's no angle I can get where I can throw a knife at this guy?
There is not. Not from outside.
Oh, I can.
And even Edmont, I would give you disadvantage on the attack.
Okay, can I give Edmont, can I grant Edmont advantage to hit it?
As long as you're willing to stand right up against the wall with your eyeballs so you can peer in and see him.
Actually, Victor's turn is going to come first. I'll give it to Victor.
You don't have to be able to see Victor. He has to be able to see you, right?
It's worded very specifically. I have to look at the exact word. To give the master tactics, it just says a target within 30 minutes who can hear me.
That can hear you?
Yeah.
Victor can absolutely hear... Victor and Edmont can both hear you through that hole.
Okay, I'll give it to Victor because his turn comes sooner.
Okay.
And that's all I can really do.
All right, who's next?
Next up, we've got Genie with Orson.
Genie is still napping.
Orson.
Oh, actually, it's C or here. That's interesting.
That doesn't make any sense. I must have been drunk when I wrote that.
No, that's not a feature you did. That's a feature that's in the book.
Oh, that really doesn't make any sense. So
30 dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Orson can dash to get to there.
dashing around the corner.
And
Okay.
That's what he's gonna do.
Oh,
Orson.
sorry.
Orson can't do much.
I need Orson to make a
Yeah.
charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
His charisma saving throw. If you'll roll me a d20, I'll look that up.
It's not good.
It's +1.
That's a 3.
Orson, off to his right, as he's coming around this corner, coming up behind Beldross, he hears a cacophony of voices whispering out in anguish. Help us! Help us! Bring us out! We need help! We're trapped here! Just 100 different voices. Does he have movement remaining from that position?
From that position, no.
He can't. So he hasn't. Does he have an action with which to dash from that position?
He has already used his action. to
He's
dash.
done. That's the end. So okay, he is charmed.
Oh no.
Who's next?
After Orson, we've got Ekon. bonus action, I can continue rolling the sphere. Gets to there. And then Eugenia is fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I see the skeleton from here?
You cannot. You can see, because he's in the square between the two arrow loops. You can see this back wall.
Give me a second to look what I got on tap. Edmont, you can make a really easy dexterity saving throw, right?
Sure.
Victor, you can make a really easy dexterity saving throw, right?
Not with these dice, but if you wait for my turn, I'll kill it.
You can pull out a fireball scroll and just drop it there. Can I get line of effect to there?
Yeah, absolutely.
But then you're gonna hit Orson and
No, I won't.
Beldross.
You'll hit Beldross.
Oh,
standing
I hit
there.
Beldross. Oh, that was the spear. Yeah, okay. I'll just dodge.
Okay.
I thought that was the spear. My bad.
Who's next?
I don't think they like fire that
White
much.
with Victor.
I really did not think the Skellingmans would get another turn here, but let's continue stabbing.
I think that's
Edmont.
your fault, Brick Road.
Stepping away from Edmont would be a bad idea, I judge.
Probably.
Does a 7 hit?
No.
And yeah, he reaches back, grabs another spiny arrow from off of its own back, and tries to stab you with it. And you're just dancing, your little monk dance in front of him. Someone please kill this monster.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good.
Victor says something witty and then
Rolls
hits
a
him
1.
with the advantage.
Rolls 2 1s.
Please roll 2 1s.
No, I got a 5 and a 14. So does a 24 hit?
It does.
I assume what he says is something witty.
Something witty.
And there's your big sneak attack damage.
32, 37.
It had 3 hit points. You got it.
Want that overkill XP.
Victor, moving or staying put?
Unfortunately, it's AP and not XP, so. Right. We're still on initiative because Orson's charmed.
Yep.
Son of a.
course.
So what does Victor see when he gets out of here?
Go
Off
to
to
the
your
bathroom.
left, so first of all, you see Orson is in this zombie-like trance, moving off in this direction. And when you look in that direction, the center of this large room, which you can see a fair amount of, looks to you, sorry, lion friend, just like a huge open grave filled with loose soil, and you see movement writhing within it. You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can't see the details of what is moving, but Orson on his next turn is going to walk into that pit.
Okay, so I still have a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like dash and knock him down?
You need a way to grapple him.
Okay.
You could block him.
You could try to stand in front of him, but I suspect Orson could push past you pretty easily. That would also be an opposed grapple check on his turn. If you try to block his path.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Then you just
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to stop Orson.
watching Orson walk to his death.
Unless I can... Can I bonus action to attack him? Offhand attack?
You don't have... Only if you... you did make an attack this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I don't know what that's
What
going to
else are you gonna
accomplish. You'll just damage him.
Well, I'm trying to hopefully break the charm.
Well, it's a long shot. But yeah, you have that option. You did attack this turn, which means you can offhand attack with a bonus action.
Well, you know what? Edmont's still got some time to save him, so Victor's going to go stand in front.
Stand where? Victor, give me a charisma saving throw.
You should be okay at these.
Hey, I got a 15 plus something.
Emanating from the pit, you hear the same whispers. Help
21.
us! Please save us! We're down here! And you feel for a moment compelled to turn and step into the pit. And you stop yourself just as your foot comes up off the ground. I don't want to walk into that pit. That's ridiculous.
And Victor shouts out over the mind link, "Can make it a fireball!"
Who's next?
You got Beldross with Evie.
No, Edmont next.
Hey,
Oh,
Yes,
you're right.
get
Yeah,
me-
my bad.
Yeah. I can get to here.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah. Wasn't looking forward to this. 13?
13. You hear all the same whisperings from the open gravestone next to Victor. Please help us. We're down here. For a moment, you turn in that direction. And then you catch yourself and stop. And you are not compelled
Ekon-
to walk into the grave.
I'm gonna punch Orson.
Punch him. All right.
Yep.
Just
Does
one-
a 20 hit Orson?
No, you need a 22.
Okay. 24 hits. 9 points bludgeoning damage, and Orson needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. His con save is +2, so not good.
DC 15. Hey, he failed. He's stunned until the end of Edmont's next turn.
So he's
said he took-
stunned.
He took 9 damage.
He took 9 damage, yes.
Okay, he's still got temp. Like he's still. That didn't even burn through his 10 hit points. So good call.
Yeah, that was good.
So you have until Edmont's next turn before you got to worry about Orson stepping forth again.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
I
Sorry,
do
now we
have,
have
I do have some more
Veldros
movement.
with,
Oh, sorry, Edmont. You have more movement.
I do have some more movement though. That took me 30. Can I get him? Can I start working him back toward this direction?
You can't move through his space. No,
Okay.
you can try
Yeah,
to.
move out of the
never
way.
mind.
You need to have some way to grapple him if you want to move him out of the way.
Yeah,
You've
okay.
used your
Yeah,
I
never
action.
mind then.
Can you move yourself out of the way, Edmont? We have a lion who can help get him.
Yeah,
pull
that'll
back.
get me there.
Yeah, you can step back. All right, who's up?
Veldros, so I need to make a grapple check. What's his strength bonus?
It is +3
Okay.
versus Orson's strength athletics.
So I got a 15.
What's Orson's athletics bonus?
Hang on, I'll check that for you.
Isn't NPC on NPC combat fun?
Orson's athletic bonus is 8. If he's
Okay.
if it's strength plus proficiency.
Oh, that's a 23.
So
Okay.
Orson wins, so he's not grappled.
But I can do that 3 times because I have 3 attacks.
Fair enough.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's how it would work for a PC. It's normally not how monster grapples work, but
Yeah.
I don't.
He's
gotta
trying
be
to grab
another
him in
20.
each hand and then with his mouth. Second one is a 20.
That's 23 again.
Third one is an 8.
That's an 8 plus 6.
See,
So,
the
yeah.
trick when you got high level PCs is to start turning their advantages against them.
30. Just give everybody some space. That's into Bedros. We've got Evie with Genie.
Can we just take me off the? I'm gonna just take myself off the initiative.
I like how in a minute Genie's going to be alone in this hallway again.
I can see her.
You dealt with the threat.
Your fireball's in my way. That's as far as I can move.
It does. Oh,
It
okay,
doesn't-
don't next to it. Well, you wouldn't take damage because it's a dex save.
Well, it would only let me move 1 space further.
Okay, so Evie's ending there.
Yeah, if we're really desperate, I can try to knock him out with a poison.
Who's next?
Next up is Genie.
Again, do you want me to just take myself off the?
No, we like pointing out that you're still unconscious.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I just had a thought. Does stunned means he can't resist that grapple, can he?
I'd have
Oh.
advantage, but I forgot. It's too late to go back.
That's fine.
Oh,
Is
you
my
know what?
outfit-
You're absolutely right. It's not even advantage. It's just he fails saves. So no, we
It's
can.
not a save. It's a
It's a
It's
oh,
a
check.
post check, yeah.
You failed Dex. Oh, you failed Dex and Strength.
You fail strength and dex saving throws automatically. Attack rolls against have advantage. So you should have rolled those at
Okay.
advantage, but we're
So-
past it now.
Okay. Does my
I'm sorry.
familiar fit through the arrow loop?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's tiny,
So
right?
my
That's my turret.
Oh.
I don't
Where'd
know
my
where your
familiar end
familiar is. I have no
oh,
idea.
it's over here on Orson. I put it on Orson. That's perfect. I cast my vision through my familiar to be able to see him, and then I cast a spell magic targeting Orson.
Okay. At what level? Standard 3?
Third.
Okay.
So that does up to 9th level spells.
Nice. So, Orson, Victor, you and Edmont are standing there. You see Ekon's owl, Lux.
Oh, sorry, that'd be a
Lux.
4th. I'm out of 3rds.
Luke's flapping its wings, and suddenly you see Orson tuck his head into his hands and see the effect come loose from his eyes, and he kind of seems disoriented, confused.
He's still stunned until the end of my next turn, so he speaks haltingly.
Well, he didn't
Okay,
speak at all.
leave him alone.
But the charm
We're not
effect
gonna
is
go there.
removed. The stun effect is not magical, so
No, it's just a concussion.
we can come off initiative now, as long as nobody else is gonna.
Attack Orson.
Yeah, if we're done punching Orson.
So I would like to make an Arcana check to try and determine if all of these poison effects from the arrows are one spell effect or multiple.
Multiple. You would need to.
Okay.
Each person would need to be administered separately, and all 5 of you would need it at this point.
So
That's pushing my resources for dispels.
is it a thing that'll wear off on its own?
It'll
Or
be
is...
on a rest.
We have to take a rest then, because Jeannie is not gonna. We can't get her back up unless we take a rest. None of our healing will work on her.
Yeah, do we back out to the entryway? I think we back out to the entryway.
How do you guys get out of there without walking through the?
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Edmont's already passed the save once.
Is Orson gonna get affected again? Hold on, I have an idea. I cast protection from stuff on Orson through my familiar.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Well, I'm unconscious. I have no say on what you do with me. Drag my unconscious form wherever you want me.
So you're going
Can you
back
get rid
to.
of this flaming sphere?
Yeah,
You
it's
still
gone.
need it. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna back out all the way to the entryway, and just kind of put our backs to the wall in here. I think a short rest is in order.
Who's going first through this hallway? There's no safe way through this hallway without triggering the acid splash. Because no matter what, you've got to step through either this square or this square to get
It should
into.
probably be Edmont or Victor. They have the best.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Just give me a deck save, Edmont and Victor. So you're going to eat up the acid splash going through.
Well, do we both need to go through at the same time? Only one of us needs to go through, right?
I guess that's true, but then by the time anybody comes in behind them, it'll be recharged.
Fine.
29.
Victor, how'd you do?
27.
This is my favorite trap ever. I like any trap that doesn't matter but causes a lot of stress. Alright, let me save this map. I'm going to make sure I don't
I don't think we're leaving the dungeon, are we?
Yeah, I don't think we're leaving. I think we're just gonna put our backs to the wall in here and
I just want
take
to
a rest.
go into that room and try to have a rest underground.
No,
Is
I
that-
think we should leave the dungeon. I think we should come back up here
Oh,
where
fair
we
enough.
have somebody
We're-
waiting who can maybe even help us, because I think Zachiel might have enough to spell magic to actually remove it if we want to, but also his tiny hut.
Well, didn't we make a camp that was close by?
Yes, you've got people. It was about a mile or so away.
Why don't we just go to the camp and take a long rest?
You can do that.
I don't know how much time pressure we're working under.
Yeah, and I don't want to push it too long. I think a short rest is perfectly fine. I think a long rest is pushing it, because the longer that we spend here, the more time Aslan will have to realize that we've that we're playing around here.
But you didn't have to make the decision.
I also
short or
will
long.
I'll be good with a short rest.
So I
short
think a
rest.
short.
All right, go ahead and
I-
spend your hit dice if you choose. And
4 key points for 2 martial arts dice.
Our hit points do recover normally.
your hit points recover normally, yes. If you choose to spend hit dice. And at the end of the short rest, the reverse healing effect is
Oh, that's right.
Gone.
I can't spend key points to do that. Never mind. Okay, then I'll just spend hit dice.
So we need to take another short rest if Jeannie wants to spend hit points? Or hit dice?
Doesn't she?
Yeah,
Can't she spend them normally while she's as long as she's stabilized?
Oh, it doesn't affect spending them?
I wouldn't say it expects spending them. No.
Okay, okay.
I don't think it says anywhere you can't spend your hit dice.
It's magical healing only.
That doesn't make any sense to me either.
Yeah, the hit dice aren't magical. It's not magical healing.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
I was expecting, because you guys bought like 50 healing potions, I was expecting that effect to be revealed when somebody drank a healing potion. But that's 70 damage.
Not with the money shot from Ekon, huh?
That was a very enjoyable moment in time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's the kind of thing people would believe on RPG horror stories.
Does Bedros have any hit dice to spend?
Over the course of the rest... No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Over the course of the rest, at one point... Are you guys just kind of crowding around? Did you go all the way back to camp, or were you just kind of hanging out right here by the well?
I don't think we're going far.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we hang here.
Over the course of the rest, Beldros reverts out of his lion form, taking the form of a bald, green-skinned humanoid with broken wings. And he's just sitting silently, staring down at the ground, as though in a kind of trance or stasis. Zaquiel seems very disquieted by the development.
I'll ask him what he thinks is the problem.
He looks up as you address him, says something in language that you don't recognize and have never heard before.
I meant Zachiel.
Oh, Zaquiel?
Mm-hmm.
You're asking what the problem is?
Yeah, I'm asking why didn't he say he seemed disquieted by it?
Yeah, because the weird
It's
lion
freaky.
turned into a bald green guy with broken wings.
Oh.
He's like, look, I know you guys get into some weird shit, but
Yeah. Edmont will does he have like normal normal but humanoid facial features like eyes, nose, mouth, etc.?
he does, but as you look at his skin, first of all, it's discolored. As I say, it's a pale green rather than being any sort of normal complexion. And as you look, you can see scars upon scars crisscrossing his face, his chest, his arms, and his hands. Whiplashes, burn marks, blades, stab wounds, just all sorts of physical trauma that has been inflicted upon pretty much every inch of his body.
Victor Mordenheim has a lot to answer for.
Yeah, I'll tell Zachiel this is a servant of our god, but he's been trapped in this place for God knows how long.
Aaron knows how long. Somebody. Well,
Who you need to be topped off?
no, I was just going to ask if you're wondering what he's saying, cast comprehend languages.
Does anybody need 6 additional hit points? Because I can get
I mean,
that out.
Zachiel can cast comprehend languages as a ritual, but
Yeah.
If nobody wants your temp HP, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, this would be 6 points of healing, not temp HP.
This
Yeah.
is from what source?
My words of resolve. I get some back on a short rest.
That
I
is
can spend them.
magical healing.
Oh, okay, so that won't count.
So if you want to do 6 points of damage,
I can give it to Orson then, I guess.
you could.
Yeah, that would give him.
Edmont,
No, he's not
Edmont
missing any
did-
hit points.
yeah. Edmont will cast. We'll take his house slot to cast comprehend languages.
Okay. Over the course of the short rest, what do you say to him?
Does he understand us?
Nobody's spoken to him yet. Nobody knows for sure.
Well, Edmont will remark in his direction that Victor Mordenheim has a lot to answer for.
He doesn't have anything to say on the subject of Victor Mordenheim.
Ask him. It's like I said.
How did you get captured?
Jeannie will say, like, do you know where you're at currently?
And he shakes his head. Says, in service. Speaking in a language that none of you have ever heard before, which Edmont can understand. Edmont,
Sir,
give me a wisdom saving throw.
I lost the class feature when you knocked me down to monk 12.
Oh no. Are you trained in religion?
I am not trained in religion.
Okay, then give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
It's an 18.
An 18. Okay.
Yep.
For a moment, you feel reverence as the creature speaks in its native tongue, words that you can understand magically, using magic that derives from functionally the same source. House magic derives from ancient teachings that your people have discovered years and years ago, which would have derived from Aetherine doctrine at some point in the distant past. So there is a level of reverence you feel when the creature speaks. But you ask him if he knows where he is, and he says, in service.
I mean, I will. Ekon will recite a just like an Irish prayer to him,
Okay.
and see if he has if that gets any other sort of response.
I mean, he casts a glance in your direction to acknowledge that he hears that you're speaking, but he doesn't seem to give any response to the prayer itself.
Okay.
I'll try to speak to you in Old Aetherine and say, we are followers of air. That's where you came from, yes?
Evie, are you trained in religion?
I am not.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's not a very good roll. 5?
5. This creature is a celestial.
Okay.
What that means is it's not a mortal creature. This is a creature created at some point, at some time, for some purpose, from the divinity of air himself. This is not like a man who has studied air's doctrines and spells and receives miracles the way that Ekon does. And you find yourself awestruck. You are sitting in the presence of an avatar of God.
I guess Evie just spends the rest staring slack-jawed at him.
More or less. It's just you have great difficulty forming questions for him or trying to find a way to relate to him through language.
Yeah, she understands this is a creature that's far beyond her.
Like what? Like the only question that Genie has for him, and this is the thing, like maybe Ekon should ask it.
Mm-hmm.
Ekon, ask him like who he came here to fight. This awful place.
Yeah, I'll pose that question to him in Old Aetherine.
Ekon, the creature, I mean, you have comprehend languages to understand his speech?
Yeah, I can cast as a ritual, so sure.
Okay. You have the creature currently bound through magic.
Yeah.
So you do not have to make any sort of saving throw when it speaks. You ask who it came here to fight. It tells you it came here seeking a creature out of the abyss who had blasphemed God, who had created unseelie magics, spread them throughout the various worlds that air touches.
Ekon's actually a little taken aback. I don't think I have a working multiverse theory that includes air. Those are two completely separate theories in my head. And what do you plan to do once your service with me is complete?
A request. That's it. That was the end of the statement.
Yeah.
He will do as air commands.
Did he say a request or air request?
He said a request. The question was, what do you plan to do after we're done? He said a request.
I'll motion to the miniature crystal tower at the top of my staff and ask if he recognizes the significance of it.
And he looks at it kind of blankly, and then his head sinks back down.
He may have been here so long that he predates the Crystal Tower.
Or he never went to our home world.
Or, it's fictional.
Even if it was fictional, I wouldn't be able to heal. Oh, wait.
See, this is how atheism should work in Final Fantasy Tactics. Any more questions for the creature?
Okay, so then I got one other bookkeeping thing here.
Sure.
During arrest. So Genie, you have goggles. Genie and Victor have goggles of night.
Yeah.
And Edmont and Evie cast dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zaquiel can cast dark vision. It's a 2nd level spell, right?
Yep.
So we can cast 4 of them, and those kind of weirdly stack with the goggles of night in a weird way.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd have to cast 5 of them to get Orson, but he can do that.
So you
Yeah,
brought
they give you
Zaquiel on
double.
this adventure just to be a dark vision battery?
I mean, that's... And Raries. Does Raries last 8 hours or 4 hours? Or 1 hour?
Listen, I wanted it on record that I wanted to cast the wish.
Raries lasts 1 hour, so we're gonna need new Raries too.
Okay. And he's happy to oblige as long as he's got the spell slots for it.
Yep. So he's getting close to tapped. He's a wizard, so we can get some back on that rest, but yep. So yeah, everyone has dark vision. The people with the goggles have ridiculous dark vision, and we got another Raries.
And at the end of the rest, as it becomes clear that you're going to be heading back down into the dungeon, Beldross once again takes the visage of the Golden Lion and shapeshifts his form. Back down we go.
Ekon, just so in case it comes up and you need to use something that is on my unconscious or inanimate corpse,
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 scrolls of Dispel Magic on a bandolier in my chest,
Okay.
along with 4 scrolls of Cure Wounds,
Okay.
and then various other stuff.
I have a scroll of restoration, scroll of cure wounds, a scroll of prod evil, scroll of water walk, a scroll of clairvoyance, a scroll of revivify, scroll of stone shape, scroll of earth. Well, those won't. You can't cast those. And some fireball scrolls, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have my scroll case.
Yep.
If I'm down, go for the revivify.
Yeah.
We ready?
All right.
I'm at 87 hit points now.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
worry, I can cast heal on you.
Once more onto the breach.
You could take a heal.
The good news is none of you are currently tagged with reverse arrows.
This is
Let's check this way first.
that's
Yeah, we haven't been in here yet.
You have not. The passage turns down to the south and then starts to open up. There's another little acid trap in the corner.
I do not have a protector turret currently, because I guess I'll go ahead and resummon my protector turret with my noble spell slot.
Okay. On the opposite side of the room, there are stairs leading slightly upward.
So if we go around this way, this just connects.
We want to get hit points from Genie real quick.
Looking down here, there is a T-junction.
And then for bookkeeping, Orson and I have put our light sources away because everyone can see in the dark right now.
Okay.
Let's wait before we go upstairs.
Is there? This is an upstairs.
This goes up and then turns off to your left.
Okay.
Huh.
So we don't need light. Nobody needs to talk to each other. So we should be able to be
Victor's
as
going
quiet
to
as Ekon, which
stealth-
is not very quiet.
Victor's going to stealthily peek around the corner.
You peek around the corner. It comes to another T-junction a few feet away.
Everybody want to do? Come on, let's do the awkward family hug.
Okay.
All right. So 6 seconds, 12 seconds, 18 seconds, 24 seconds. Everybody gets 13 temp hit points.
Okay.
So just again, just slightly too way too long for a hug. Like, I suppose it's Jeannie shouldn't insist that it's a hug every time, but you know what? She loves her
Evie will
family.
hug you.
Sneakily peek around the corners. Edmont's being sneaky too, I'm guessing.
Off
Yep.
to your left. Edmond's probably sneakier than you are. Off to your left is a small chamber. The center of this chamber is filled up with what looks like grave earth. Loose soil kind of packed down into the floor. At the far end of the chamber is a slightly upraised platform, and standing upon it, I'm going to have to use green because yellow is spoken for, is a man made of gold who looks up in your direction menacingly as you come into view.
Yeah, that's a trap. What's
That's
down
going to
the
be a
hallway?
great place to end the session for today. With getting stared down by the golden man. You can just call the session that if you want, Treble. Or you can call it 70 damage from a heal spell. Either way. I have a lot of experience to add up, and I also make a straw poll real quick. So I'm going to go dark for about 2 minutes while I set all that up. If you guys want to discuss some blips, I'll be right back.
Who was the most creative today?
Stunning
I-
Orson.
Yeah, that. Secondary thing, deciding to go prone in the room with arrows. That didn't work out for me, but no, I actually like stunning
Stunning Orson.
because you had to go over there. You had to do that.
Who furthered the party's goals the most today?
Not Jeannie. She was unconscious.
Although Jeannie did eventually get us access into this underground cavern.
Yeah,
so
actually,
I'm
I
okay
think
with
that's the
that.
most useful thing anybody did this session.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Who's a badass?
I did 70 damage.
You did do 70 damage in one shot.
I walked through a hall full of arrows.
I kind of helped kill both Bone Devils with poison.
Yeah, but you didn't do 70 damage.
No, I didn't do anywhere near 70 damage.
Edmont teleported into a murder room.
Yeah.
That is actually pretty badass.
Yeah,
so
every time you
ridiculous.
do that, I do picture that teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid.
It's nothing personnel, kid.
Uh,
You have to do it right. And intangibles.
Evie's poisons finally worked.
Now I want to give intangibles to Ekon for doing 70 damage.
I kind of agree with that.
the audacity to just claim that is mind-boggling.
I mean, I think I've done disintegrates that have higher damage, but that's definitely one of the higher over 1 round damage rolls I've made.
I mean, I think that's probably a single shot
Yeah,
record for this campaign.
I think it's the
I think
most.
for this campaign, yeah. Unless I'm not remembering a sneak attack crit.
Victor may have
Yeah,
done.
Victor might have done more than 70 on a vulnerable sneak attack crit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a while since he got one of those.
Yeah, that's been a
so-
long time.
So I do think 70 damage is it. So, the highest amount of damage in the campaign.
Evie and Victor might have done more together.
I'm talking about a single.
I'll let
Like
Victor top it next week. Don't worry.
like a single shot. I think friendly fire. You remember how last time I was complaining like I felt like incredibly useless the last few combats?
Uh-huh. This probably didn't help.
No, it didn't.
I'm
Evie still loves you
sorry.
very much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The wind has been taken out of your sails, Treble.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's,
frustrating.
it's fine. I'm not like upset. It's just like, wow, I just feel like I have not contributed at all to the last few combats.
I'm pretty sure you saved us from a number of horrible fates with +5s to saving throws, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, you saved us a flash of genius versus
I don't know.
Bodak.
All
I had
right.
to burn
And
most of
also
it.
you were chunking out, fire damage every turn.
Oh yeah, no. Genie burned like half of that tree away. That tree had started with 300 hit points. Who wants
Well,
some
it
Expradlians?
snuck attack, so
I do. I
I
would
like
like some.
experience.
I would
All
like
right.
my experience and Victor's, please.
That's fair.
no, Victor needs your experience.
For 6 Licky Tongues, 2 Bodaks, a whole bunch of Skelligmans, and 2 Bone Devils. Everybody's taking 3,012 experience. 3012.
Ooh.
Bone Devils are big boys.
Next
Bone
level.
devils are pretty big.
1, 5, 1, 0, 3, 8. Next level is 165, isn't it?
It
You
is.
got a ways to go. Excuse me. Who wants to make a case for some blaps?
I can go.
Okay. Now these are for
Uh,
blaps, not blips.
Oh, okay.
Blaps are very different.
Are they worth? What are they worth?
Don't
What's the
ask.
traded
Don't
value?
ask me any questions. Just
Neutral, good. Try to be better than I was yesterday for her insistence that to give 10 hit points out to everybody that it be in a group hug.
is Genie neutral good?
Not neutral. Sorry, that was sorry, some Gus popped in there. No, neutral. Try to be better than I was yesterday.
Okay.
For the insistence that, we got to do this anyway, so it might as well be a family bonding moment, right?
Sure.
Ideals, practical solutions to impractical problems. Oh, there's a bunch of ranged attackers in a room. I'm out of movement. Throw myself prone.
It was fine.
Very practical solution until it wasn't.
Yeah, I think that's your flaw. It was just a setback.
Don't worry. Well, I didn't have time to worry about it. I was unconscious. Don't worry about it. It was just a setback for. Can I claim not being mad at Ekon for doing what I think we have come to the conclusion is the most damage in a single hit that any of us has done?
I mean, that's up to you. If you
No, I'm not gonna claim that.
you do-
That seems like a stretch. And then the video. It seems like a stretch.
who wants to go next?
I can go.
Evie, go ahead.
Chaotic good, I'll do my duty. I'll also be true to myself for making use of her poisons to defeat the Bone Devils.
You got poison against both of them, didn't you?
Yeah, and normally undead would be immune to. I don't know if they're actually undead. They might be devils.
I altered their stat blocks a little. So, by the book, Bone Devils are immune to both fire and poison.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't give them any resistances or immunities or anything.
Well, that was acid damage anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The acid is fine.
Yeah. Ideal. I must become a leader that others can believe in. For what's I can say there? For coordinating the attacks with Victor Edmont to defeat the powerful enemies.
Did you get the double sneak attack against both of those devils?
Yeah, I just rolled really badly, but the poison kind of balanced it out.
Okay.
And the flaw no one understands for being awed into silence by an angel of air.
A tormented soul, indeed. Who's next?
I can go.
Victor.
Flaw values knowledge over people. That would be exploring the mausoleum instead of helping Edmont and Genie when they fell down the hole.
Okay.
For ideal, seek the truth no matter the cost. That would be running through the arrow trap to see if there was a way to get in the room on the other side, which there was not. I guess one of them there was. In alignment, chaotic neutral, whatever it takes, that would be triggering the acid traps on the way out, so Genie didn't get killed again.
That was very nice of you. All right. What about these brothers?
I can go.
Edmont.
I have lawful evil. Blood runs thicker than water. My own blood thicker still for scooping up Genie and getting her out of the harm's way.
Has it occurred to you that Edmont is the edgelord of the campaign?
Yes,
You think
We've-
so?
we've
Yeah.
had that discussion.
The one who sold his soul to a devil?
Isn't it?
Edgelord
Someone
Mont
type
is
his name as
name.
Edgelord.
Edgelord Mont.
Mont?
Edgelord Mont. Edgelord Mont.
Edmont.
Is he going to start wearing a lot of trench coat?
McDohl,
Black.
I think you have a type,
I do.
because he's been like in a campaign with Red. I would say that Razu still managed to be a bit of an edgelord.
Edgelord with whip.
Uh-huh.
He's been typecast.
I have been typecast.
What else?
I have my flaw. This world is filled with predators and prey, and I sure as hell am not the prey for cold cocking Orson when he was hypnotized by the obviously evil dead trap.
That actually worked. I was surprised that that went somewhere. Good job.
So I couldn't move him, so I was like, let's just keep him from moving.
Okay.
So I've
And then
got
I have my ideal life is on canvas, and I will make my mark on it for dogs
For what?
for charging through, only to be like, oh, hello, giant skeleton monster.
And then what does Ekon have for me?
So I've got Ideal. We'll make it out somehow for asking the angel about the crystal tower from our homeworld.
Okay.
I have my flaw. I'm sure there has to be something good just over that next hill for insisting to continue immediately into the dungeon instead of taking a rest outside.
Okay.
And I have lawful good. The shining words of air lay down a path for us all for using my various healing powers to heal Genie. Heal.
Yeah, that worked real well.
Is that it?
And initiative.
Okay.
Man, I
So we
remember I
are-
remember that reverse status effect in FF7 or FF4.
Well, no,
defense.
that version of it, because then if you take damage, you get healed. This version, you just take damage from everything.
So rude. Use the mechanics correctly, Brick Road.
I used this same. It was in a much earlier adventure in the campaign. I don't remember which one exactly, but then nobody took any magical healing for that adventure, which was bizarre. So I just rolled it over and reused it again. It might have been last
Oh,
campaign.
fair
now I'm
enough.
thinking about it. So we're level 14, yes?
Yeah.
So blips are worth 833. Who had the most creative solution to a problem this session?
Edmont for stunning Orson.
Fair enough. Who did the most to further the party's goals this session?
That was Genie for actually getting us into the dungeon.
Okay.
As accidentally as it was.
So the idea was if anybody had actually tried to fight the tree when it could grab you, it would grab hold of you and try to shove you down in there to split the party up. But y'all were too smart for that. Who was the badass?
That was.
Did we also say Edmont for that one?
I
Or
think
wasn't it?
Victor for charging down the hallway. Is that what we went with?
No.
I don't know what we went with.
I think Victor. No, I'm pretty sure it was Victor for just.
No, it was Edmont for fragging the skellies.
Yeah, teleporting into the room full of skeleton men.
Yeah.
Oh, then what was that? Then what was the creative use? Was it Edmont for that? Okay, it's just I'm not used to you guys giving me 2 blips.
Oh,
Take it and run.
one for intangibles.
That's Ekon for doing the most damage in a single attack.
To his own teammate.
No, just we're gonna leave that part out.
No, that's the part that makes it intangible.
Dealing the most damage with a single action.
That's pretty good, actually. It was what, 70? That's amazing.
Yeah.
70 points of damage.
Evie has the straw poll. So Edmont,
Yay, Evie.
you have 6 and earned 5. They're worth 833. Ekon, you have 6 and earned 5. Evie, you have 4 and earned 4, so you're rolling over 2. You want to come in next week with 6?
Yes, and I think I might actually level next week, depending on what
Jeannie
happens.
has 6 and earned 4. Victor has 2 and earned 3, so you're coming in next week with 5.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, when we come back next week, we will jump back into this horrible dungeon. We got about half of it done, it looks like. There are some outlying regions here, and we'll see what Goldman has in store for you. Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next Sunday.
Nukes. He
Later.
has nukes in... Oh no, that's